the World Cup. We have China's this guy versus UK Joe Zimmer. As I'm aware, at this point in time, the match is 4-4. So this will be another deciding match. And let's quickly have a look at the deck lists. So for the Barataheon, we have Barataheon Fealty. Let's start making my notes and pop out the decks. See, I'm getting more professional with this. So for China, we have Barataheon Fealty. With restricted card, I would pick Great Hall. And reset of choice is War Murgulis. Interesting choice is Heads on Spikes run. Looks like he will try to close the game quickly. Also, we have a weird inclusion in God's Eyes. A single Storm Wands. The name of the King cancel for locations, events and locations in the form of privileged position, and support of the people to find those key locations. On the character side, we see 3 times Vanguard Monster, so looks like the game will be dragged down a little bit. And we see Core Robert with Azora High. No Vanquish Demon Believers in the deck. And on the side of UK, we have Joe Zimmer playing Stark Hollow Hill. This restricted card of choice is worth, of course. There are very few cards that can match up to the drawback that the Hollow Hill has. We see Double March and Valardo Harris. I would have probably run Murgulis, but looks like he's dependent on a few of his bigger characters. We see 3 times Ramsey Snow. We see the newest alert from Pit of Snakes, not right. So we have Bear Island Scout to find all the Mormons. We see a single copy of Alicane, Magi. Do we have Magi? A single copy of Magi, and single copy of Starfall Smoke, Summer. We don't see Time for Wolves. And the event base looks nothing surprising here. We see 3 times Carnival, so it's complete attrition. Double copy of Jason Malister. Interesting, we don't see the... Not interesting, they are here, Last Hard Scouts. Imports. Someone just to give up my notes. Postcode, counting, heads, king. King in the north will be very our aim and we win. King in the north will be very key in those situations where the board is kept small, but Ramsey is still a forced reaction which is triggered by the game, so that will trigger even on King in the north turn. On the Stark side, we see exchange. With 5 attachments, I think he has a good chance to hitting 3 cards. We see Fallen from favor to free that ward target that is taken if there is no march anymore. We see Political, like in almost every night of the whole hill deck. Power D, and you win. I'll just now look for the game. Let's hope there is one set up already. Yep, I expect this to be the game. Let's see if I'll get the password. And let's see who we have with. We see James Wamsley, Dave, already waiting and spectating. I think. Come on, chat, join me. And chat is wiped. So let's see what else is within the decks that could we find interesting at the least. Single copy of File of Ravens. Interesting, there is no star recept from the Barataheon. I would have considered probably one of. Wildbringer, single copy of Warhammer. This is one of the more versatile attachments that came with the later latest cards. Sir Imri, Kneeling Boards, 3 times Melisandre Core. There is no dominance package. But no one depends already on at this point of the dominance. We see Alistair, copies of it. What else? The control of the Red Priest. Level series, one copy of Sir Barristan. And looks like most of the singleton knights are here. All of them are just very good and efficient. Do we have a game? Looks like we're still waiting for the Chinese player. Let's hope they don't get a problem with the connections and so we'll down the games a lot. I know they're doing their best. It's just that nature of proxies. So here the most interesting thing is the AGoT and Mael's Tom trying to utilize him the best. There are a lot of targets in the Barataheon deck for AGoT's ability. Looking at both decks, I think the Starkist has a little bit of an edge, just because of the how aggressive the deck by default is. Interesting enough, looks like the opening pot is fallen from favor for the Stark. And looking at the deck, I would probably have considered Peace and Prosperity maybe as an option. You get a 5 gold and 7 in reduction, 6 in reduction for the attachment characters, and knowing that She-Bear usually comes with another character with her, it's very useful. I would have probably also considered additional Starfall Mob instead of this Watchman, but looks like he is very important for the Shadow matchups. Okay, looks like we are in the game. So, as predicted, we have fallen from favor into the gates. One drawback of the Stark Hill is that you cannot set up recon. We see a reducer, and will there be Ramsey? Both of these targets are extremely wardable. We see Bear Island Scout that will search for a Mormont card. Okay. The same Mormont found. So looks like Dark Player will try to push the military. Yes. Twitch.tv. And we see Arya coming with Yup. So let's see which big characters will bite the dust here. Ooh. I would have Okay. Triggers a revocation or ability. Well played. Event or revocation. And we see milk plate on Arya Stark. Privileged position proved very crucial here, saving Robert from early demise. Let's see how the challenges will go. We see military with Elysian and Scout double defended with Davos and Alyssa. And then maybe past challenges. I don't see a point in going any further because you accelerate the Barataheon game. These are players past his challenges. We see military with Bob, who will intimidate one of the two. Actually, will intimidate Arya as well, and there will be an of power. I wonder if we will see a claim given from Arya or the steward. The steward and intimidate. And dominance goes to the Baratian player. I won't be surprised to see Duheris immediately here. Although I'm not sure how great of an idea that is. But Duheris will either remove Bob from the board or leave Bob and Bastard of Robert, which could lead to a very profitable Ramsey. I think we'll see King in the north here from the Baratian player, but for the third player there is place to consider. So we really do see Duheris early in the game, and Heads on Spikes hits Maleon Stone. First player will be this Stark. Unfortunately, he is a little bit of gold short to go Ramsey with Ward. A card in Shadow. The White Arbor Watchman. And to go safe. Like there will be another big character. So Stannis. And the dupe. So quite the Baratian player had a very good start. With having and being able to protect both kings. I think he needs to marshal one more character to be sure. And we see Warhammer marshal to Stannis for the intimidate. Now we have two intimidating characters and two kings. So I'm surprised that we didn't see the king pot here. Let's see if Joe will try to put at least one of the challenges through. But there is claim on the other side without a problem in the face of Robert, so. But we do see military challenge just with the same. King Robert. And Stan is defending the challenge. And Joe passes his challenges. Looks like the Barataheon player decided to go with a big power challenge just to make sure he gets draw from inside and trigger Stanis's draw. We see bottom player coming out of shadows, and he will trigger on the Buster on the Moonboy. And we see the first march into you win or you die. So the Bear Island Scout and the Buster Forward will be marched. First player will be Joe, and I expect to see Ramsey. And Ramsey hit himself. Interesting thing now is that the bottom players are hitting primary the Barataheon, the start board, and we see 3 gold saved. Dragonstone Faithful. By the looks of this, it looks like, and we see another Bob. By the looks of this, it looks like the Stark player will be able to utilize another march without a problem, unless we see one more character. And we see Whitebringer marshaled, so this will give renown to Stannis. And the build to be in several challenges. I would expect to see just a quick intrigue here to in the hand, but for the military with stealth, of course. Now that both characters have renown, Okay, so he's trying to push the military now. This is for 8. And you see unopposed challenge. Winter is coming. And we'll see Dragonstone Faithful and the Duke. And Joe finishes his challenges. Next spot for sure will be March into an empty head for the Barataheon player, so it's not sure if he put himself in this situation. We see a big military challenge that is opposed by Lysane. And we'll see two characters given to claim. A spec dupe from Arya and the bottom player. The dupe of Arya was warped, very unfortunate for Joe. We see stand from Stannis, and he'll go for the power challenge as well to draw 2 cards. Although I'm not sure it's a good idea to draw cards at this moment, considering he will be at 0 reserves. So maybe he'll decide not to trigger it. But after this challenge, I do expect to see Storm of Fiefdoms nailed to move the power to defection card from one of the characters. Looks like he'll aim to save at least 1 card with the Godzai. And you see power move to defection card from Robert. So looks like Robert will be the March target for the next turn. And Barataheon player will probably go into counting. Yep. And we see counting into another March. First player will be again Joe. Let's see if he found the next Ramsey. Number Royalist and exactly 5 gold left. We see Bear Islands count. Finding She-Bear and She-Bear triggering and finding playing Arya with the dupe. And another dupe. Maybe Joe will be able to stabilize with this. There are already two copies of Robert in the discard pile. The red priest. Let's see what to remove bottom player. Joe definitely need one of his bigger characters to withstand with Mel, which will new. Huh. I would have maybe considered Arya because of the Phaeton power challenge. Also the Baratian player is on a clock. There were no Wong Mei Hiren in his attachment base, so the kings can be immortal. Not be killed. I would definitely consider maybe power challenge here with Arya and the number one list. Military challenge. I would expect White Arbor Watchman, She Bear, and the Bear Scout, which is exactly 7. That that will be left either unopposed, or he'll have to defend with both characters and waste the trigger on Whitebringer. Looks like only with Arya. But now Joe doesn't have enough strength to oppose to win the power, or even making a jump power challenge, because Stannis will draw twice this way. 7. So we see a power challenge first. That will be opposed by the Bear Island Scout, I assume. We see Stannis intimidating and getting power and draw card. Military, pose and intimidate again. New the board. Bear Island Scout will given to Flame. Courage will be Red Priest. And we see Eye of Ravens with the last card in the hands of Joe. So next turn we could see King in the North. I think it's time to stop the shenanigans of Joe. And Joe, I expect to go into You Win or You Die. Looks like he's pressed up to that point already. Political doesn't make much sense now. So we see King in the North into You Win or You Die. We see Ramsey triggering. Due to the forced reaction nature of his ability, and which will free the Bolton Slayer. and we see him marshaled. We see Duke from Melisandre. And Alistair Florent. The trigger of Mel to new the same movement. Drawing a card. Answer Courtney Penrose. Looks like this will seal the game for the Barataheon player. Hannes can easily win on offense with Courtney. They'll both be able to participate in both power and military challenge. On offense or defense. And this very much looks like a game. I cannot think of something that could help Joe on top of my mind. And we see the third great point of Bill Bond's card for random for the unopposed intrigue. And we see Joker conceding at this moment. Very quick game. But looks like even if you want to be the favorite to the game, that's not always the case. I think the biggest factor in the game was the first privilege position that canceled the Harenko. And from that point onward, the Barataheon player was able to stabilize. Also, Stanis drew him quite a lot of cards. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for the game. We'll be back in an hour and a half where we'll stream Buzz versus Quick Walk.